Alright. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of God, the most gracious, most merciful. To respond to Pastor Tony Smith or whoever posted this video. I don't really know what to say except the fact that, I'm sure that our audience can see it, that your arrogance and your ignorance is what keeps you from speaking truth. So, I want to ask you one question. Yes, Prophet Muhammad does love children. He loved them with all his heart. If you actually study Islam, then you would know the way he acted with them. From the Sahih, Bukhari and Muslim, from Abu Dawood, Ibn Majah, and all the hadith books, from Ibn Ishaq, where the Prophet ﷺ would pick the children up in his arms. He would hug them. He would put his hand on their head. He would give them greetings of peace. He would play with them. He would go and visit them. All these things. When he would pray, he would shorten the prayer just because he would hear kids crying and he didn't want to, make it a burden on them. So, yes, if you would study and if the Holy Spirit would have inspired you in the right way, if it is the Holy Spirit, then you would have known these things. But obviously you don't, because you're not inspired by a Holy Spirit. You're inspired by your hate for Islam and your arrogance. That's what I can only... What is a child? A child is relevant to what you say, right? To the context, right? So for example, when Prophet Muhammad did marry Aïsha, she was a child, but he did not touch her. If he was a child molester, as you call him, then he would have touched her and have sex with her. Suppose when she was a child. What's the difference between a child and a woman, medically speaking? Is that a woman, can scientist and medical doctor would agree that once a woman can have a period, she can also start getting pregnant and have a baby. She's not a girl anymore or a child. She's a woman, right? So Prophet Muhammad only approached Aisha was only with his wife when she was able to have a baby, when she was a woman now, not a child, right? For example, you are a child to your mother, right? It's relative to how you put it, in which context. Right? I'm a child to my mother, yet I have children of my own, right? But it doesn't mean I'm a child in terms of physical and make. Okay, I'm a man. And so was Aisha, was a woman when Prophet Muhammad married. And if you, just look at that, man. She should have been the first one to expose him, right? But she was the most beloved to him, and she loved him the most. And way after he was dead, she passed on his legacy and taught people and went out of her way, ups and downs, to teach people about the Prophet of truth. I invite you to read the Quran at least so you can dispel the ignorance, and invite the Holy Spirit that is inside of you too to read the Quran as well. And maybe then we would make proper statements and we can have a proper discussion to understand each other's faiths,